Hey, how y'all doing? Matilda B here, and today we are talking about the magic of time blocking. Okay, now where do you fit the things that you want to do? Where do you fit them in, right? If you have gone through the 10 ways, for the busy mom to win back her time, you have seen that there are ways that you can create pockets of time in your day for the things you want to do. Okay. But how do you maximize on those pockets of time? How do you take the best advantage of these pockets of time that you've created? How do you get the best out of each pocket of time? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. This is where time blocking comes in. Time blocking is different from scheduling because scheduling is where you it is almost reactive. Scheduling acknowledges appointments that you have to attend, right? So I'll give you the example of working out, right? If you go to the gym to work out, then you might put that on the schedule that, you know what, I'm unavailable at this time. But if you work out at home, scheduling doesn't take that into account. You don't actually schedule working out when you're at home because you're at home, but time blocking does. So time blocking is a intentional way. Um, it is intentionally choosing to put things on your calendar that you want to get done so that they do get done. Okay, so um, if you are going to work out, you're actually going to put it on your calendar whether or not you are going to the gym or you're doing it at home, right? It's on your calendar and it shows up. So, three things to consider when you are time blocking is first, your work rhythms, right? When are you most alert? When are you most creative? When do you need to take breaks? How long can you sit for, or can you do something for, right? Just what are your rhythms? What are your cycles, right? You want to take note of that. And then the second thing you want to consider is your anchor appointments. So what are the things that you have to get done, right? So what are the things you are already doing? So for example, are you the one who does the school drop off and pick up? Do you have a 9 to 5? What time do you sleep? If you have any doctor's appointments, that sort of thing. When are you available versus unavailable, right? So what are you already doing? Okay. And then the third thing that you want to consider is, what do you need to get done, right? So if you have already done your work rhythm, so when you have considered your work rhythm and when you have considered your anchor appointments, then the next thing that you're going to think of is, what do you need to get done? So once you've put in all the things that you are already doing on your calendar, right, then you're going to look at the things you want to do on your calendar. So why are you creating this pocket of time? Is it so that you have time to create more content? Is it so that you have time to message people? Is it so that you have time to take a nap? Why are you creating that pocket of time? This is what you want to fit in. And so now you look at your calendar and you say, okay, these are the free times that I have, and what can I fit in when? Now, if you had, so for example, if when you do the 10 ways to win back your time, you the pocket of time that you created was because you batch cooked your breakfast. So if breakfast, say, took you 30 minutes to prepare on a daily basis, and then you batch it such that you now have won back this 30 minutes of time, how are you going to maximize that 30 minutes of time? Are you going to, if it was from 6:30 to 7, if you were preparing breakfast between 6:30 and 7 and then serving breakfast at 7, are you now going to work during that 6:30 to 7 time slot? Or are you going to maybe get up later? Are you going to wake up in time for 7 a.m. versus waking up in time for 6:30? Or are you going to fit something else in there? Maybe you take something that you were doing after breakfast and you move it to before breakfast. So maybe if that was your workout time, so maybe if you had breakfast and did your workout, or if you prepared breakfast and did your workout, then now you're going to do your workout and then serve breakfast, because now you have that 30-minute pocket of time. Or if you were doing your journaling and your meditation after you've prepared your breakfast, then you can shift that to before your breakfast, because now you have that 6:30 to 7 time slot and you can put something there, right? So now you consider your work rhythms and what suits you best. If you are not a fully cognitive functioning person in the morning, then you don't want to do your creative work in the morning, because you're not going to get as much out of that 30-minute pocket of time if that is not the time that's best for you. Make sense? So those are the three things to consider when you're time blocking. Now, how does it actually work? So the first thing you're going to do is you are going to take a look at your day, right? And you're going to fit in the things that you are already doing. So all your appointments, if you are working 9 to 5, you're going to put that in there. If you're working a 9 to 5, you're going to put that in there. If you are doing the school drop-offs, you're going to put that in there. Any appointments outside the home, or any phone calls, or any like extracurricular activities. If you're going to stay with your kids when they're at their soccer game, that sort of thing, you're going to put that all in there, right? And then you're going to see where you have time, right? So if you are, I'm just going to have a sip of water without disturbing the mic. Okay. That's better. So when you are, okay, so when you've considered your appointment, so for example, if you're going to stay at your kid's soccer game, are you able to be doing something else? Maybe you're going to take that slot and also make it your messaging slot. Maybe that's the time you reach out, you do your reach outs when you talk to your leads, or maybe not. Maybe that's not what you want to do. If your kids' soccer practice is interactive and engaging, then maybe you want to do that. And so it's your choice. You look at your calendar and you say, am I available or am I not, right? And then you're also going to put in the things that you want to do, right? Because as you're building your business, you actually want to create content. You want to do your admin work. You want to talk to your leads. You want to do all those things. So you want to be able to say, this is what I'm going to do within this pocket of time. You're going to include your daily actions for your business, okay? And then I drew a blank. Sometimes happens. So once you have all those, right, you are going to respect your time appointments the same way that you would respect your doctor's appointment, right? So when you have a doctor's appointment, you're not going to be like, you know what, I don't feel like going, so I'm just not going to go, right? You're going to do it, right? And when people, when you look at your calendar, you actually know that, you know what, I'm busy. So a misconception that people have when it comes to stay-at-home moms or work-from-home moms is, first of all, they don't consider you as a work-from-home mom because you're at home, right? So people are likely to disrespect your time, or not to acknowledge that you are busy, right? You have people who will ask you to pick things up for them, drop things off for them because you're at home. And you know what? I had this misconception as well when my sister was a stay-at-home mom and I was working. I was like, you're home. What were you doing? You can do this, right? They don't respect your time. So, but when you know, right, that, okay, I have a content creating block of time between 2 and 3 p.m. I'm not taking calls during this time because I'm working. I am not taking errands during this time because I'm working. You begin to respect your time as appointments, right? So you say, I have an appointment with myself from 2 to 3 to to create my content. And you respect that time block the same way that you would respect the time block where you say, I have an appointment with the doctor at 2 o'clock. Makes sense? So you respect that time block and you actually do the work. And you teach people to respect that time block as well by actually telling them that, you know what, I actually have an appointment at that time. I'm not free, right? So that is it for time blocking. And so let me know if you put this into place and how it's working for you. That's it for me for today. Have a good one.